Right then, so we've got a Toyota CHR. It's actually my own car. 3-year-old in September. Hybrid, GR Sport. White, black roof. Some nice 18-inch alloys. Couple reversing sensors, side sensors. All round nice car. Disappointing with the boot. If we pull the luggage up from below, there's not a lot of room under there. We've actually got the car batteries in the boot here at this side. And they've put this foam in to protect the battery, and you've got some storage compartments in there along with a pump and a kit if you get a puncture, and the towing eye. It's done just over 20,000 miles. Proper nice with the GR Sport, so we've got sport seats, steering wheel, leather steering wheel, leather dash. It's got all the toys. Oh God, where should we start? Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, so 21,063 miles. We'll shut that door, there we go. So we've got 41.9 miles to the gallon. Not brilliant for a hybrid, but I do tend to use my cars a bit and do tend to drive them, so I'm quite happy with that. We've seen some come into the garage where, you know, they're getting close to 60 miles to the gallon out of the hybrid. It's got full cruise control, radar cruise control, so it'll tag onto the car in front and keep the distance at the same speed as the car in front. Loads of different modes and displays, tell you how many miles you've got left, etc. Energy monitor for the battery. That's a tank full. I filled it up this morning, 312 miles to a tank. It's got G monitor. Tells you how economical you're driving. Fully automatic. Has got a manual facility. If you want to go up and down the gearbox using the gear lever, it don't really benefit you much. It's not like a manual car. It's constantly variable transmission, CVT. Full air conditioning with dual zones. We've got the old sat nav. Just a nice car, to be fair. No complaints at all with it. How it drives, ideal for me. Does everything I want it to do. It's got auto parking. I've tried that. You pull up at the side of a gap and press the park button there. It tells you to pull forward and stop, and it tells you to put it in reverse, and the car moves by itself and steers itself into the gap at the side. Yeah, we're not quite happy with that one. That were a bit, that's a bit sketchy. It always looks like it's going to go up the curb and damage the wheel, so I always seem to stop it. Back seats 5. Bit of a small opening to get in. It is for me anyway, you know. Ideal car. Like I said, colour code with black roof. 18-inch alloys. Beeping because I've left the ignition on. Right then, so this one's 2 litre petrol, 16 valve, direct injection, non-turbo, basically the typical hybrid. The electric motor is built into the gearbox and drives the car, and it's a generator basically. Got all the toys that you'd want from a modern car. So as I've said, it's my own car. It's actually a lease car, this one. Goes back just September, October time. We've done 21,000 miles. It's on its second set of front tyres. Put them on at 18,000 miles. These are comes with Continental tyres. And it handles quite well, goes around corners. I've put Uniroyals on the front. And wet weather tyre, they seem to provide a decent grip and handling for going around corners, etc. It's all plastic, typical modern car, plastic under tray there. As you can see there. Typical modern car, plastic under tray, catalytic converter. Again, look, all plastic. There's not a lot to look at, unfortunately. Independent rear suspension. There's height adjuster there for the headlights, so it knows if you've got weight in the back and adjusts the headlights automatically. Not just the typical wires and connections. Not something you touch doing an MOT or a service, only if it needs a repair. You need the full training and qualifications for that. Here at the garage at Stadium Garage, we are a hybrid and EV service centre, and we do undertake some hybrid and EV repairs as well. Diagnostics, brakes. Any garage that does MOTs can MOT an electric or hybrid car, but that's about it really. You've got to have the training to do the rest of it. Like I say, I'm really pleased with the car. Drives well, handles well, does what I want it to do. Toyota, good quality, well built. There's 3 years use. Paint's immaculate. She probably could do with another wash. It only washed the other day, but paint's immaculate. Wheels and tyres spot on. It really has stood up to 3 years of use from me. Highly recommended. EV cars, electric by itself, probably not quite practical enough. If you're just running around town, you'd probably be alright. You've got a charging point at home or at work, but you're probably going to be stopping and charging your EV car up. This is a self-charging hybrid. You just put fuel in it. It keeps the battery charged up. Whenever it sees right, it'll turn on to electric power. You can be doing, you can be doing 70 miles an hour on the motorway, and it will cut into electric. It's let me just move that a second. There we go. It'll cut into electric at 70 miles an hour. The radar cruise control's pretty good. Keeps the distance from the car in front, and the car does exactly everything that we want it to do. We've done airport runs, and we've done trip to uni with kids and in past, and everything you'd want a modern car to do. Decent miles per gallon, nice drive, handles well, and it's a Toyota, so it holds its value. Thanks everybody. Right then, so here we are in this Toyota. We'll just have a run round block, and it's on electric at the moment. I'll get up to about 20 odd mile an hour before it cuts into before the petrol engine starts. There we are, petrol engine just started there. Quite seamless really. You don't realise. You don't realise when the engine's cutting in and out. You can be on a motorway at 70-75 miles an hour, and it'll just flash up on the dash EV, and the engine's stopped, and then seamlessly. It'll just start up again all by itself. You know, it's got a bit of poke, not speed, but it's got the delivery from the electric motor is absolutely that's brilliant. You know, to be fair, the torque from the electric motor is superb, and as I said earlier on in the video, the petrol engine just charges the battery up. We've got a display here, and we've pressed the car there. You can see at the minute with my foot off the throttle, it's all charging back to the battery. As soon as I touch the throttle, you can see the engine's driving the wheels and charging the battery at the same time. So it's constantly changing from charging the battery, driving the car along, and you don't know what's happening, to be fair. As you can see there on that graphic there, it's just engine sticking over. It's just putting charge back into the battery at the minute. So we've got a auto hold facility, so if you've got the hold button pressed, you pull up at a junction and it just holds it in park. You don't have to put it in park or neutral, you'll just sit there. You know, it's really impressed, to be fair. Really good lights at night time, you know, and like I said, it's not noisy. Decent radio. Everything you'd want from a modern car. That you know, there's a Tesla in front. It's a dual motor on that one. Looking at the badge on the back, so that'll be quite a quick motor car, that one. Right then, so it was a bit boring on that last bit with the dual carriageway and what have you, and traffic lights. So we have a bit of change. You know, just talk about the toys, the bits and bobs that this one's got. So we've got radar cruise, we mentioned that one. Auto park, we mentioned that one as well. She's got a speed limiter, so instead of the cruise control, you can just set the speed limit. You just keep your foot on throttle and it just stays at that speed. We've got yeah, white line. If you go above 30 mile an hour and you start drifting off at white line, it starts turning you back, so it controls you from going over the white line if you're losing concentration and what have you. And on the motorway, it's got like a lane discipline. I can't remember the exact term, but it'll keep you in the centre of the lane. Seems quite twitchy when it's doing that, but yeah, keep you in the centre of the lane, and it'll actually follow the white lines and go around a slight curve as well. But yeah, you know, sat nav, excuse me, and you've got instant mile per gallon, and it tells you when you're on electric. We're on EV at the minute, so the engine's not running at the minute. We're doing 30 mile an hour. As soon as you ask for a bit of power, it'll start the petrol engine up. As soon as you want to accelerate, like up a hill or around after this roundabout, there you go, the engine's just started there. And you know, if you're new to hybrids and what have you, you won't really. They're a bit strange. With the constant variable transmission and the electric motor drive. When you go to accelerate, if you're accelerating hard, the engine revs straight round to 4,000 or 5,000 revs. There's no rev counter on this one, but from the Corolla that I had before, which is the same technology, the engine revs straight round to 4,000. So what's that doing? That's producing electricity. So that's the needs to give you the speed and the acceleration that you've demanded with the throttle operation. All sounds a bit F1-ish, doesn't it? You know, with your hybrids and your F1s, and totally different thing, but you know, you do get the technology transferring down to the road eventually. And like I've said before, you know, plug-in hybrids, yeah, you've got to charge it up. Do you really get the benefit on a long run? No. Whereas with the self-charging hybrid like this one, you fill it up with fuel and it charges itself up as you're going down the road. You take your foot off at the throttle and it uses regenerative braking through the electric motors, so backlash through the electric motors to charge the battery up. And great technology. So there we go then, that's the Toyota CHR Hybrid GR Sport. Would I buy one? Yes. Well, I've not bought it, I've leased it. But yeah, spot on. Exactly what you'd want out of a modern car. It's got all the technology. Does everything that I've wanted it to do over the last 3 years. Not expensive to run. You know, like your Focus or your Astra, something like that. So, you know, a box standard basic service, oil and filter, etc. is probably going to be around the 220 plus VAT. Interim service with the filter is probably going to be 300, 320 plus VAT, and then a full service with all the wheels off and everything. You know, you're probably going to be getting, you know, somewhere close to £400. Of course, EV hybrid, so it's a bit of a specialist service and needs to train people to do it. You know, so that adds a cost as well. But yeah, Toyota CHR hybrid. Would I have one? Most definitely. Highly recommended. Japanese quality, well put together, and does the job. Thanks everybody.